The Todd Shapiro Show.
Time to hit the button!
On Canada Talks, SiriusXM 167.
Bilal Vakani, official correspondent for the Todd Shapiro Show, and I get the pleasure to tag in for Todd from time to time. And I'm joined now by Michael Storfer from the Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer. Michael, how you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Very good. And I've been through Todd, I've been a part of this for a couple of years now, and it's such a great event. But first off, I think we should let people know the company you're with, because a lot of this is about taking your company and getting your team involved. So let's start out with Next Supply and how you started it. And I don't know if you rose to president or if you were always the president, but tell us about that, Michael.
The Next Supply is the second company that I've started. We're in the plumbing wholesale business. So I have a handful of partners, and basically we distribute plumbing supplies to contractors across the city.
Got it. And how long have you guys been going now? 10 years, 20 years? I'm just guessing.
This business is my second business, and so this is only on 6 years.
Does it feel like 10 years?
Some days it feels like way more than that. Absolutely. No, it's actually a great place, great group of people.
Happy to hear it. And I will say the same about SiriusXM while I have the opportunity. It is a great group of people here. Another thing I want to ask you about is sort of, we put out these series, not we, but the Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer put out these series of great videos, which included yourself. And one of the things you wanted to do was encourage other teams to join in and be part of a new division of sorts this year. And I know there was a little bit about the plumbing community, but I guess really anybody with any business could probably get involved, right?
I think that's what they encourage. I think that's what they're looking for. They're looking for people and companies to get involved. For us, we looked at it as an opportunity to build a sense of community within our company and in our industry.
Now, the plumbing community, are there sort of any in-jokes? Are there any funny stories from the plumbing community? Because, I almost want to think of the Mario Brothers, but I'm going to stop. I'm not going to continue down that road, Michael. Is there like a fun community there?
So it's a competitive community. I'm not sure how fun it is, but at the end of the day, too, it's people grow up trying to be lawyers, accountants, bankers, and plumbing wholesalers. So there's a lot of cachet, of course, with being in the plumbing wholesale business.
Absolutely, and I'm sure there's a lot of internal competition as well, right?
Within our company, absolutely competitive environment. A bunch of guys of like age or younger, and extremely competitive, but in a good way.
And I think what I liked maybe the most about your videos is you sort of pointed out there's a lot of things you can do. You can do bake sales. You can do 50-50 draws. You don't even necessarily, ideally, if somebody can captain a team and bring bring a squad, that's the best. But even if, say, a friend of yours in the office just wants to come with you and support you on the day, I think even that goes a long way.
I think that's one of the things that we're really focusing on hard is not how much they have to drive to kind of find an exhausted customer base or donor base, but that there's all these little things that you can do, and whether it's your time or it's your money, your treasure, or your talent, giving something to community is important, and so that's what we're really trying to facilitate and support. So we're not putting for our teams, we're not telling our staff they have to raise a certain amount, but we're going to provide tools for which that can help them do so, and then we'll support them for the balance.
Bilal Vakani in conversation with Michael Storfer. That's the closest I've gotten to getting your name right. I'm at an 8 right now, right, Michael?
You're doing great.
Excellent. And you are the president and founder of Next Supply, which, as we mentioned, was in the plumbing sector. We talked about anyone can participate, and I should give out the website now so they can. It's teamuptoconquercancer.ca. And for some of us, this is very personal, and I know your mother passed away from cancer 14 years ago. How does it change at all how you approach this, or how does that factor in?
Well, I think as it pertains to this, it's everything. Today actually would have been her birthday, so it's an emotional day for that. But I think that we were very fortunate to have Princess Margaret Hospital in the city of Toronto. Unfortunately, it didn't help her, but it did bring a lot of comfort, and we knew she was in good hands. Since then, my father's been a cancer survivor. It's important because cancer obviously impacts everyone. There's no escaping this disease for someone and hopefully they'll find cures or at least ways to prolong a more quality life.
And it's funny, Michael, I haven't got the chance to share this through our whole campaign, but I had an uncle who had a brain tumor, and I believe he was treated at Princess Margaret, and he's fully recovered, and he has a young son, and it's really to see that. Words can't describe it. I'm not going to attempt to describe it there. So yeah, I agree with you. Anything you can do goes so far. And it's, when you get out on the day and you're just playing hockey with your office mates and, team building, which is another thing you brought up in the videos. You forget. You're just out there having a great time, and granted, you have to get up on a Saturday or a Sunday, but you get out there, and once you get going, it's just another fun day of playing the Canada's favorite sport.
For us, we're hoping to take it to even a bigger level. So we're not just using our company; we're using it as a platform. We're inviting our customers, either as their own separate teams, or we're willing to take on their teams. We're inviting our vendors. We've even invited competitors to join us on that day. Right? It's a common goal, common cause. We're a big industry, so we're trying to make this more of a community event more than anything else.
Now, Michael, do you have an extra drive to try to hit sort of the top raising marks? Because I know if you are one of the top fundraisers, you do get celebrity picks, and I know Todd and I have been lucky enough to be part of that in the past, and it's as close as me and Todd are ever going to get to having a draft strategy for a player. Is that something you strive towards for your team?
So probably, listen, I think it would be great to have any celebrity play with us. I think this adds to the element. Right now, what we're really striving for, though, is we're striving to, and I'm afraid to say a number in case we fail, but I don't think we will. We're striving to put 15 teams in the plumbing division. So, we're going to probably do a little more bulk than having one team just amass a great big total, and partially because we think that one of our responsibilities as a business owner, and I guess as in general as somebody who's been affected by cancer, is to make people realize that it's not just big donors that can participate, and to give their time and to make an effort to support this cause is important. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do both big dollars and mass appeal. So hopefully we're getting to get both of them.
No, it's a great strategy, Michael. In conversation with Michael Storfer, I always have trouble. By the way, my name is Bilal Vakani, Michael. Try saying that 3 times.
I'm not even going to try your name. It's okay.
So maybe that's why I'm not great with names, because I just have a lifetime of people saying my name wrong and awards with it written wrong on it. But once again, you are the president and founder of Next Supply, and you're a big part of the Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer, which is taking place September 28th at Woodbine Racetrack. If you didn't know, that's 555 Rexdale Boulevard in Toronto. It's such a great event from start to finish, and maybe, Michael, is a good chance for us to tell people it's not just you raise money and you play hockey. There's free food, there's massages, there's the celebrity game, there's the beer tent. Michael, I'm missing some stuff here. There's a lot of stuff that goes on at the Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer.
I think it's a great day. There's lots of great stuff. I know any plumbing contractor that's out there that's interested in joining our team, go on the website. I know for anyone that participates on our team, we were going to supply you with a hockey jersey and hats, and we're going to be making a bigger event for you guys.
Now, Michael, I think you may have embarrassed us. We don't have hats. We're not giving away hats. So I got to talk to Todd about this. We got to give away some hats.
You need a bigger budget.
Yeah, I would say. Well, Todd's got a lot of hats. Maybe Todd just needs to give away some hats. I'm going to push him on that, Michael, because I think it's there's only so many hats one man can wear, and I'll say this: I see him in the same sweater a lot. I don't ever see him in the same hat. So I'm going to get on him on that. Do you have any, before I let you go, is there any special moments or anything? I know last year Doug Gilmore was there, and Todd's little 3-year-old son got a little photo with Dougie, and Dougie almost seemed more into it than his son, which is so cute. Have you had any really cool little moments over the last couple of years?
You know what? For me, I think it's the entirety of the event. I think that it's always emotional. I think when you're there, even before you participate. So participating is fun, right, and it's competitive, and it kind of gets the juices flowing right off the bat. But for me, I think the entirety of the event and the enormity of what everyone's trying to accomplish is just tremendous. And then what I hope, I hope that at the end of the day that I never have to go, or anyone near me has to go to Princess Margaret Hospital for treatment. But knowing it's there, I think makes a big difference. So I think that there's times for reflection, and then the time for just going out and have a great time. And I think that's it's a good time for both.
We have a chance now, Michael. I got a little time. So do you want to do some Stanley Cup picks while we have a couple minutes? Do you want to get those in? We're on SiriusXM. We can get our picks out there, right?
Stanley Cup. Once the Leafs are out, I'm out. I don't want to pick anybody else. Anybody but Boston. How's that? All
right, I'm the opposite. I'm going to say Boston so that I can say, hey, listen, if we had got past Boston, we'd have the cup right now. So maybe lay off a bit on Babcock, who is coming back. We know that for a fact now. and I believe Dermot's just came out of surgery today.
Yeah,
So
6 months out.
yeah, so I agree to disagree, but one of us will be very happy in a couple of weeks. I think we can agree on that, right, Michael?
Well, listen, someone's going to win, and hopefully next year the Maple Leafs will have a good chance. So, and we'll go further in the first round, that's for sure.
I really hope so, and thank goodness we still have the Raptors out there. And of course, if you didn't know, you can catch Game 6 of the Raptors tonight here on SiriusXM Canada. Yeah, SiriusXM Channel 167. I got there eventually. Michael Storfer. I got it eventually. You are the Next Supply president and founder. We're going to see you at the Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer. Once again, go to teamuptoconquercancer.ca. Is there any specific, before I let you go, and this is the last thing, any specific instructions for the division? Because I know the website's there. I know your videos are very easy to find. I think you got some good placement on the homepage. Is there a specific subsection they should go to make sure, say there's a plumbing group and they sign up, do they have to do anything specific to make sure they're in your division?
I think at this point in time, just find our team. It's not as well segmented. So just find our name, sign up. We're happy to have you, and then we're going to place you on a team with either a salesperson or a vendor or some other person that you know. So just find Next Supply is there as the participating team, and just put your name down. We're happy to have you. That's
awesome, Michael. It couldn't be easier. I couldn't think of an easier way to do it.
No,
unless you just started knocking on doors and just, here's your team. But I think that would take a little more work than even I'm thinking. Michael, thank you so much. We'll see you at the Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer. And since I covered this one for Todd, I guess you get a free body check on Todd. I think that's only fair. You get a free little body shot when you see him.
Hang on, how big is he?
Oh, he's like, 6'4"? I got my interns here, 6'4", 6'5", 220 pounds maybe?
Okay, then I'll have one of my guys do it. They're a little bigger than I am. So
You're bringing the muscle.
I have a couple of 300-pounders, so they'll take care of them.
You're bringing the linebackers on the...
Absolutely.
Hey, Michael, thank you again. I'll see you out there, and I'll make sure to say hi, and all the best. And I'm gonna do a little search, see if I have any plumbing contacts I can send your way as well.
Awesome. Be my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thanks again. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
This is the Todd Shapiro Show on Canada Talks, SiriusXM 167.